What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday, May 31st, 2016. Time for the market review and analysis. The SPY today opened higher, but ended up closing lower for the day, and on some considerable volume, so that kind of leads me to believe that there's some resistance coming into the market, possibly at the high. So it could possibly be a good entry point either today or even tomorrow would be a good entry point for some short trades if you're looking in that direction. But as you can see, we had the SPY go lower, but not to a large extent, just to a small degree. The dollar index still picking up some steam here. It finished higher on the day, and that possibly could have been the reason for some weakness in the SPY. Gold. So gold initially was also higher. It continued to it stayed higher for the day, but sold off a little bit from the highs. So it looks like it may be trying to carve out a bottom here, which is exactly what it needs to do after kind of a vicious downturn from this, what you might call a false breakout now, back on the 29th of April. So right at the beginning of May here, we had this breakout that appears to have failed and then reversed. So it's possible that buyers would come in here. I think that's probably what's going to happen, is that buyers would come in here and bring it back to the 50-day and right into the middle of this range at around 118. And then we'll have to see if we catch a bid from there. With the Brexit polling and everything, there's a lot of different risks that are associated with currencies and global macro factors going on. So we'll see how that all plays out, and that'll affect obviously the dollar as well, and the stock market in general, but the currencies and gold quite a bit. Looking at oil, oil started higher but then finished lower. So however, it's another close above that 200-day moving average. It looks like another little 3 or 4 day consolidation period, possibly similar to this this here that was in the middle of the month, kind of a zigzag creep up. Again, just kind of a beginning to look very constructive pattern here, where you see the 200-day flattening out, the 50-day rising to meet it, and with that support being built down below. So with that being said, it's looks bullish, like there's a lot of reasons to be bullish in oil, and that there's possibly quite a bit of support underneath oil. With that being said, let's take a look at Apple. So Apple here, so it retraced back up after this kind of large sell-off, and then Warren Buffett or Berkshire Hathaway said that they were investing back here, bounced up, trying to fill the gap right here. 100. I had kind of said before that 100 had some resistance and also was a psychological level. So that appears to be the case. Just trying to break through here. It'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. I would not be surprised if it pulls back a little bit and then goes up to hit this, to fill this gap here at let's see, 103.91. So 104 basically. That would not surprise me. That being said, we could also trend back down from here, because we have retraced close to 50% of this move. So close enough anyway. So we could end up seeing lower prices, but obviously we do have support down at this area that was previously broken but then retraced quickly, so we'd have to see once it gets down there how it behaves, if it does indeed get down there again. Looking at Tesla, a little bit of a similar story, although it looks a little bit less bullish. So we had this down period here, rounding out, going back up, and kind of looks like it's hovering around the 200-day moving average. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. Light volume. We'll see what direction. It's kind of it's got this kind of price range built into it, so it's got some work to do before it reaches new all-time highs or anything back in the 250 area. It's got a little bit of work to do there, so that'll be interesting to see where we go from there. Looking at today's triggered trade setups, we've got not a whole lot, one long, two short. So AMGN triggered as a long trade here. So as you can see, similar kind of down period, and then moving up, we've got a bullish golden cross here, where the 50 coming up over the 200-day, and we've got a lot of support down below, and it looks like it possibly wants to come up and retest new highs. So as you get close to these kind of resistance levels, they kind of become magnets. So I would not be surprised if it goes back up into this area, up in the 160, 150 area, and a little bit higher up to the new all-time highs would be up near 165, and that's for July 1st expiration. Excuse me, that's actually for June 17th, so that's a quick trade there. Usually it's due about a month worth, but this is about 15 days. And then the two short trades are Canadian Solar, CSIQ. Obviously in this downtrend, real choppy, and it's kind of at this resistance area. So it actually went into the resistance zone and pulled back, so possibly a good short. Possibly wants to come in and fill this gap back here on that came from the 10th, 11th trading session. So that's a good short opportunity, and that one's for July 1st. And then American Eagle Outfitters, yet again, jumped up into resistance. We've got a downtrending 200-day moving average, and yeah, this resistance zone here. Obviously didn't even quite get up into it very much, and pulled back, and it has a large gap that it may want to fill also. So, and that's for the 24th, June 24th options expiration. You could take the 17th, etc. Do something a little bit different, but those are the trades. I'm going to try to get the volume a little bit higher on these videos, so thanks to Diane for pointing that out, and hope you have a great day. God bless, good luck, and great trading.